just wrapped up Hackathon 2023 on generative AI. We put together teams from Chicago, Minneapolis, and Atlanta to see if within 24 hours could they build something that had relevance, practicability within the market, using multiple tools, big data sets, feeding that into ChatGPT, Google Bard, and providing outputs out to an executive audience like myself, like Matt Doherty, or like Rick Whitney in Detroit.
The goal of what we're here to do today, try to create some sort of application that will have tangible value for our clients.
Right before the hackathon started, Sal came up to me and said, hey, I have a couple of ideas. What if, as different personas at a company, if you're a developer, if you're in sales, if you're a product manager, you could take a database full of customer reviews, full of customer tweets, sentiment, all that good stuff, and be able to extract the insights that you would need out of it in order to do a better job.
That's that's compelling. Like the ability to interact with customer feedback. That's what you're offering based on persona.
The process was remarkably smooth sailing, I'd say, in terms of what we knew we wanted to accomplish, right? And how we were going to divvy up the roles. The largest challenge that we faced was, for a lot of us, we were using brand new tools for the first time.
I'm building the backend that's going to take our front-end request and reach out to our large language model and our vector store to get the response.
I am getting our Amazon reviews from the Hugging Face API so that we have a data set to feed into our large language models for it to query.
We've got the people that can't actually build code or do anything super productive, so we are trying to be ideation experts and develop a really awesome brand name, as well as all the marketing materials that are going to be behind this. The problem is, almost none of us have any experience design backgrounds.
It's gonna end up beautiful, but it's an ugly child right now. So we're 10 hours into this thing. We have a name, TruthBe, and we have our UI up. The last thing we're waiting on is loading up the backend. So anxiously watching Paul's computer to see how far things are along, watching that progress bar. But we're ready to rock and roll with the presentation, ready to rock and roll with the UI. So almost there. It's 30 minutes until D-Day. So.
So in the course of the last 14 hours, the Chicago team developed a new product. It's called TruthBe. TruthBe leverages machine learning to really take all of the data that's out there, summarize those insights, and really drive action for individuals within an organization by personalizing it based on persona.
You take a multitude of different data sources, you input it into our tool, and it gives you very specific hit list of items that you can go after and work on.
This is something that, it doesn't matter what practice you sit in, or it doesn't matter what your background is. This is something that is really revolutionizing the space because it's something that's becoming accessible to all of us.
Like, forget the use case, whether it's TruthBe, whether it's the HR report, whatever. Like, we can go to a client and say, you tell us the use case. We're going to get a bunch of super smart people who are really motivated, have a bunch of different skill sets, and oh, by the way, are probably geographically diverse. In the span of like 3 hours, we're going to create something that is actually useful for you. Like, that is such a hugely powerful message.
And I'll tell you right now, so just everybody can be done with the suspense, we are announcing that TruthBe was the winner of this. TruthBe! Winner was TruthBe. So TruthBe was the Chicago team. I think they did a really good job. All teams did a great job, but I think they did a really good job of utilizing the strengths of each of their team members. So they had people with no technical background. They had product owners. They had back-end developers. They had front-end developers. They had data scientists. And they came together, in fact, they even had a salesperson. And they came together in really quick fashion to come up with a product idea that, while it is very relevant with the specific data set that they used, is applicable across any industry. I think what's most impressive with the process that we just went through is that it's a demonstration of why we exist as an organization. We take something that's really complex and boil it into its simplest component, which drives value for our clients, our communities, our employees. That's exactly what we did here today, and I can't wait to get this out to the market.